Welcome back to live coverage of ESL One Katowice 2018. Day number 6 is inside the Spodek Arena. 2 series for you. We're already 1 game down in our opening game. It went to Team Liquid. They're fighting against Fnatic for a place. Well, actually not for a place in anything really. Actually, just more points and more money. So super important for both teams right now. Just a quick reminder for you. We also have our Play Faster moment by Vodafone came out a little bit later on. I wonder which team will be featuring there, or which maybe player. Maybe it will be a Good Ages steal. We haven't really seen that many so far, or maybe just a blindingly fast game, which we saw from EG earlier in the tournament, or maybe a really fast game from Miracle, because he's already got one of the Play Faster moments by Vodafone this week as well. We're back with our panel members. Let's break it down as we head into game number 2. The draft is just moments away. Gents, where are we going next?
Something unusual.
More crazy, Alan.
Something unusual that I wanted to flag. Fnatic are only the 2nd team in the tournament to opt for 2nd pick. 53 out of the 59 games so far in the tournament, the team with selection priority has chosen 1st pick rather than 2nd pick or side. And Fnatic actually opted for 2nd pick. The only other team to do that was Newbie in a game series they won fairly easily against Na'Vi. So that was part of why Liquid were able to get that Wisp for the 1st pick. And presumably Liquid will be 1st pick again here in game 2.
Yeah, why do you think that was? Any particular reason, strategy?
Do you think it could be just because they really want to get Abed's hero last?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
I
so.
think.
I think so.
I think that's the only
overall last pick, yeah.
That's why I would think. I don't know what other reason it would be.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one I could
It's
think of.
a strange decision. As Alan said, you know, so many teams have prioritized it. Wouldn't make any sense unless there was a specific plan behind it, but we'll see what that was. Will, what do you want to see from Fnatic? Do you want to see more crazy? Do you think they need more crazy?
No, I think they need to give Abed the better hero.
Yep.
Like, I think he did a lot on Timbersaw, but at the end of the day, it's still a Timbersaw, right?
Yep.
Like that kind of threw me off a little bit. And it wasn't even like a Timbersaw game that just straight up would win you the game, because Timber in that game, I think, gets kited quite easily. We saw that several times where his entire team dies, and he's trying his best to deal out damage, but just can't really do too much with that hero.
Yeah, and I just think the 1st pick versus 2nd pick thing is a big deal, because in a meta where you have a very small group of heroes that are really, really good, 1st pick becomes very powerful. In a meta like when we had at Hamburg, where it was a lot more balanced, 2nd pick, you saw Virtus Pro with the overall last pick just win games in that tournament.
I think I would probably just say the same thing. Same recipe for Fnatic though, is have Abed on a game ender. Timbersaw doesn't end you the game. Timbersaw is one of those heroes that, sure, you can get lots of kills, you can have decent impact for the first 30 minutes, but you do start to fall off unless you're absolutely massive, or it's like the perfect Timbersaw game.
Yeah, but don't go away. I like the point that you made before the series about DJ. Don't go away from that, because I think that's huge.
Yeah.
The DJ Enchantress was really heavily countered in that game by both the PA and the Tiny.
I wanted him to either get like Shadow Shaman or Coddle, but I don't think he's going to get to, because, I mean, they're just going to keep banning his heroes.
Yeah. So the Whisper gets banned this time?
10 seconds remaining.
Liquid again with the overall 1st pick here.
Seconds remaining.
What happened to Tusk?
Yeah, it just feels like teams have figured. I think a lot of it actually is that roaming sets have become much more popular, and Tusk feels a lot weaker to me if it's going to be a static lane
I
configuration.
just feel like he doesn't give team fight, and that's what really suffers.
I don't know. I think Snowball. I mean, Snowball's one of the only real AOE saves, right?
Yeah.
Just on the Wisp being banned, by the way, Liquid are now 7 out of 7 when playing the Wisp. So I guess that's giving people another headache in terms of, well, that's an auto ban then.
Again, there are just a couple of heroes. Coddle's one, Wisp is another, where you look at GH's lifetime stats and they're just, I mean, it's like he's playing a different hero than everybody else.
Razor still in the pool.
I really hope Fnatic will go that here. I think that Razor for Envy, it loses a lot of flex value with Fnatic because they only really run in the run position. There you go. But
Just take Terrorblade here then?
Yeah, that was
Terrorblade?
Yeah, that's...
If you go ET Terrorblade and you ban Tinker right out of the gate, it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Tidehunter pickup this early,
10
though.
seconds remaining.
2 cores already revealed.
Yeah, it's 2 cores already revealed. And I guess Tide does play against Terrorblade because he does have to respect the Ravage, but...
I was looking at their Tidehunter matches earlier on. When they pick Tidehunter, they only have a 28% win rate.
Fnatic? Yeah, it's just such a static hero for them, and they're a team that likes to force the action early. They're one of the few teams left that still runs predominantly roaming sets, and Tide's just
I mean, most of those were pre-universe in a team,
Fair enough.
so that's worth considering.
I'm happy Envy's at least on a Razor. I think this is actually one of his best heroes currently in this patch.
I agree.
He makes a lot of active moves. He seems very comfortable on it.
Yeah, he generates a lot of space for Abed
Yeah.
on this hero. And for GJ when we talk about the Shadow Shaman farming up those items.
Good old Viper.
Yeah.
Viper versus Razor in a game.
Yeah.
Gee.
We were talking about that the other day, weren't we?
That's how much Liquid cares about this. Is that they're still gonna run Viper.
Oh yeah.
They could do something new, but nope. They're gonna go with the Viper.
It is very good versus the Tidehunter.
Yes.
You can always just break that Kraken. And with ET, you actually have so much kill threat between these two heroes just on that Tidehunter alone. You just ult him, throw the poison on him.
No Naga, by the way. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I think that Liquid did ban it the last time around though, right?
Yes, they did.
So, I think they could follow suit with that again.
Second phase.
But at the same time also, I was really impressed with GH with the Elder Titan yesterday versus the Naga, because it was like, oh, you got sleep, I'll just sleep the rest of your teammates during, and you guys actually can't utilize your combo as well.
And Liquid continuing to focus on the DJ heroes with the ban. Both the Shadow Shaman and the Clockwork are out.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I'd still be kind of surprised if Fnatic just leaves the Terrorblade there. Maybe they can wait till later though, because they still can go for the Abed Tinker like you were saying.
Turn to ban.
Interesting. Just going back through the Tidehunter games for Fnatic. They've won their last 5 when playing Tide. They aren't top tier wins. 2 against Kingwin, 1 against Na'Vi, 1 against GeekFam, 1 against TNC.
5 seconds remaining.
Liquid are thinking quite a bit.
To pick.
They end up just taking out the DK
Liquid's turn.
hero that they lost to last game, and Bane is taken by Fnatic.
There's your pile at Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Naga, Disruptor, all those heroes are still open.
And very strong lanes coming out here from Fnatic in the first 2 picks.
Yeah, I actually do kind of like this draft already a bit, even though the Tidehunter was so early into a Viper, or well, the Viper's picked after, but just it looks a lot more stable this time around. It's a lot more of their comfort heroes that they tend to play. It's, I mean, Universe Tide, Envy Razor, Pi Bane. These are like the top 3 that I've been seeing them play a lot of the times.
Yeah. Do you take like what, Rubik or
I think
Disruptor?
Rubik's so good here.
Yeah, and they tend to pair the Rubik when they play the Tide.
I like Disruptor, to be honest, actually, for Liquid.
I did too, but I think Rubik has a lot of value in that Crow can get to play like a fun game. Like he can
If it is
steal,
for fun-
he
yeah,
can
if
try
it
to
is
steal
for fun.
Ravage,
Yeah.
That's true.
go real hype. But I do like Disruptor a lot against Tidehunter,
Yeah.
because it's one of those things that he can't crack it off.
And good versus Bane, because you can just glimpse during Fiend's Grip.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just feel like Disruptors gained a lot of value in general since the introduction of status resistance. Because it's one of the few debuffs, because it's continuously applied.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Oh,
Oh, that is a surprise.
into Bane as well and Tide.
Yep.
Oh, and they did it with Tusk.
Nice.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. I'm on board with the DJ Tusk for
I was,
sure.
yeah, that's why I was asking about the Tusk, is because DJ, he is super flashy on this hero.
Oh,
Hey,
absolutely.
do you want to hear something really fun right now? Last time they played Razor, Bane, Tusk, and Tide, they
10
I with an
seconds
Ember.
remaining.
I actually, yeah, depending on what Liquid go forth, I could really like the Abed Ember 5th. I actually think the big deal, right, is that once Liquid pick Bounty Hunter, you know that it's going to be a roaming game. And so I think Tusk gains a lot of value. You know Liquid isn't just going to have these really strong dual lanes and run at you, so
They've just got a strong 4 versus the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
All 4 of their heroes are pretty tough to make plays on in the laning phase.
and now Liquid do have to think a little bit about teamfight presence.
Lanes look pretty good for Fnatic right now, though.
Yeah, that's again. Anytime I think you get knocked back in a draft in your first game, you just default back to let's pick some strong lanes.
What do you think? Maybe. No, never mind.
If you're an offlaner, would you even want to play against Razor? That's
yeah,
the problem.
that's what I'm thinking too. I just can never think of good heroes.
Yeah, let's pit lord it up, boys.
Oh, God.
Everyone tank up and run.
Turn to ban.
Huh.
Wow. That wasn't on our radar.
That's not what I thought we were. Well, it is. It does check that team fight box a bit.
Sure.
He can actually get something out of lane. He can try to just pull a wave constantly.
10
Wow.
seconds remaining.
You know what the cool thing about ET is that normally you lack damage with puck nowadays.
5 seconds
now you're good.
remaining.
Yeah, we saw them run that combo the other time, right? The puck ET in the safe lane. And that was EG actually did it, right? The puck ET safe lane, and they just stacked the hard cam.
Oh, is this okay? Is this setting up for Miracle Invoker?
I don't know if they have enough lockdown. I feel like you get overrun if you get Miracle Invoker.
Liquids turn to ban.
They do. I would like to see them get more burst though. I think right now they lack for damage a bit.
So, do Liquid ban the
Oh,
Ember.
there's
They
always
banned the Tinker.
yeah. There's always TB fifth for Liquid as well.
Yes.
That's super scary.
And that's what we thought they'd get, right?
Could also be for Fnatic.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah. Although it's Fnatic tend not to run Razor and TB because they're both NB heroes. I kind of want to see Abed TA against Miracle Invoker. Although the Viper is the
There's a
Viper makes that really
With
hard.
Viper bounty, you suffer. You can't
True,
secure your
true.
engines that well either versus Elder Titan.
Okay, I'm down for Ember Invoker. How about that? Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
Liquids turn
Either's
to
fine.
Oh, come on, Kuro. Oh.
Of course he's gonna ban it.
Kuro,
I know.
Kuro's spoiling our fun
Of course
right
he's
now.
gonna ban it.
Alright, well the Invoker's gone, so are they pushing them towards taking that Ember?
10 seconds remaining.
All right, Miracle TA.
5 seconds remaining.
Come on, I want to see some flashy heroes.
You just want TA.
You could just be really mean and take Brood. Oh, of course.
Well, I wasn't far away.
Yes.
I wasn't far away.
Did you call it?
No,
He was
no,
saying
no.
Zeus.
I
Oh,
thought he might go.
okay,
I thought
okay.
they might go the Zeus, but the Arc is kind of in the same area. So
You knew it was going to be something
you
fun.
did knew it was
Yeah.
going to be crazy something, and we do get crazy for Liquid. What do we get for Fnatic? Is it the Ember? Is it something even weirder?
Ember. Come on. It's like Miracle is Abed is 5-1 with Invoker since January 1st. All other pros are 5-5. Come on, let's do it.
Arc Organ, huh?
We have had a ban on Arc, but no picks.
I think. All right.
someone.
I think. Oh,
Well, all right then.
what is your favorite flavor of cheese, Paul? I love
I
it.
quite like Arc cheese, but brewed cheese is also very nice.
Oh boy.
What a fun draft. What a fun game this could be.
And Abed is 4-0 on his broodmother since Universe joined the team.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Right, we'll start at this end of the desk then, seeing as that was such a funky draft.
Yeah.
Have you got any idea which way this goes?
got it.
I'm gonna go with Fnatic.
Okay. Blitz.
Go with Liquid.
Alan.
I believe in the spider. Fnatic. Let's see game 3.
Okay, all right, well, we all like game threes. Let's hope we get one right now, but let's, above all else, hope that this is a lot of fun, because boys, in the commentary desk, you've got yourselves a couple of bits of cheese right now.
We do, and some very interesting cheese at the moment, because at the moment, Miracle is on the bounty, Kuro's on the Arc Water. I'm sure they're
And
going
that
to
did
swap.
switch.
Are they
That
going
actually, they started the game with that.
They have started with it. We're going to see if they follow. They might still switch, of course, back to their expected roles. Let's see. Are they switching or are they sticking?
I mean, this
They're
has happened
sticking.
before, right?
It's a Miracle Bounty Hunter, and it's a Kuroki Arc Warden, ladies and gentlemen. Team Liquid. I mean, as you said, Kat, we know Kuro and his pubs, he loves to play carry. He's going to do it, and we know Miracle, he absolutely loves to play the Bounty Hunter. He loves picking this hero, and they're switching it up, Liquid. They're switching the roles round. I can't wait to see how this one works out, Cap. This is a lot of fun.
Hey, he started as a carry. He had to move into that support role. Kuro has always been kind of a greedy support. He wants to be able to be that playmaker. He wants to be able to carry the game. But as the captain, as the hard 5 position, he's accepted his role buying wards. But here in this game 2 against Fnatic, he's finally going to claim his favorite role.
And they're doing it in a game where there's a Broodmother. Like, we've seen Broodmother games get pretty nasty. I mean, how good do you feel this 5th pick Brood is for Fnatic? Is it a pretty good Brood game?
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah.
Because it takes over the map. First of all, it's going to be able to do well in the laning phase, and then it's going to be able to take over the map. And I think that's one thing that Arc Ward, quite a slow hero, needs to be able to slowly build up that farm, go for the split pushing, etc., etc. A Broodmother's going to pressure your towers and is going to be go, go, go. It's going to take over the jungle, it's going to take these towers, and Arc Warden won't really give you anything to stop it. That's going to be up to the other 4-man of Liquid. They've got a Bounty Hunter, Puck, Elder Titan, Viper, all very early game, aggressive, battling type heroes. So it's pretty much going to be oftentimes a 4 versus 4, and Liquid are going to have to find ways to shut down that Broodmother with some ganks.
Well, a lot of eyes on Kuro's Arc Warden to see what he can pull out. We know he's a man that's pretty hot with the micro. So we'll see how he's able to gear it up this game. And as we say, Miracle Bounty, these are the sort of the supports that he does like to play. These sort of aggressive roamers and having that heavy impact in the laning stage. Let's see how well this swap goes for them, or if Fnatic will be able to take advantage, because as we said, Fnatic, they do have a very scary draft, not just the Broodmother, but definitely the team around it, this Universe Tide, the Envy Razor, which they do love to pick, first pick every time that they can get the chance to. So Fnatic will be feeling very comfortable with their roster this game.
Whenever I think about good Arc Warden games, it's usually a lack of hunters, similar to the way you're going to be playing a Tinker, but also no real gap closers to be able to get on top of you. No heroes like Death Prophet that are going to be able to reach their damage through your magnetic field, through your bubble that is usually protecting you. And there is not a whole lot here on the side of Fnatic that's going to be real good versus that Arc Warden. Mostly, they're just looking to take the tempo away from Liquid. They're going to try and push the pace of the game, and that is probably the best counter to Arc Warden that they have. No individual hero is going to be good against it.
At the moment, the mid lane, as it starts, GH will be there, backing up Matuma Man, making sure that Abed has a very tough time getting these early levels, as they look to fully control all the denies.
You really need to punish a Broodmother at level 1 before he gets that spawn Spiderlings, before he starts racking up those spiders, especially when your matchup is not really favorable against spiders specifically. So they're just looking to be able to get, as you said, as many denies as possible to slow down those first couple levels for Abed.
So far, they pretty much managed to get all of those. 5 for 4 on Matuma Man off this first wave. So they're getting that XP control that they hope to in the mid. Top lane, Miracle is going to be sitting around by the side of Mind Control, so they will try and put pressure onto this MV pie lane and slow down the farm of this Razor. And as sort of the panel talks about, Puck definitely one of those heroes that doesn't have to worry too much about the static link as long as he's not using that orb aggressively. Always will have a chance to jump himself out of range.
So yeah, I love the fact that Fnatic actually have dual lanes going on right now. I feel like DJ and his Tusk is going to be one of the better ways to try and put some pressure on Arc Warden. Otherwise, in a 1v1, Tidehunter is really going to suffer. And I don't think they need the extra help in top lane, because Bane matches up against the Bounty Hunter relatively well, and then Razor versus the Puck is also a good matchup. So Fnatic probably setting themselves up for the best lanes that they can. DJ can rotate into mid later on to the game when we do have a bunch of spiders. May see a level 3 or level 4 gank from him onto Matuma Man. Just an Ice Shards block with the spiders running at him could mean a early first blood.
Let's see what he can do with this double damage. Same time up top, a bit of a go being made with the Nightmare and the static link. That will buy time for Mind Control. And to lose a lot of his right click there, as MP will be able to take quite a substantial amount. Mid lane, they go for the roll in. Look for GH with that double damage, the sharp block as well. Fnatic will find first blood. Going the way of Abed on the Spider.
Yeah, you have that many spiders out, and Ice Shards could actually just be kind of a permanent block. So spiders won't really let you get out of those Ice Shards very easily. They
Miracle.
just continue to run at them, but Miracle.
A little over aggressive there on the bounty. Does fall in mid lane again. The shards blocking off Matuma Man. Matuma Man's going to fall. 3 kills for Fnatic within the matter of a minute. Making the plays here. Punishing that of Liquid. There's a couple of cores on the map at the moment who's struggling in CS. You look towards Kuroki on the safe lane Arc Ward, and that pressure really amping up on him as he is 6 for 1 against Universe's 17 for 1. As you said, the dual lane decision from Fnatic absolutely working out there. And up top, getting the kill and also substantially limiting the farm that Mind Control can get. It's working out. 5 for 2 on the Puck against the 13, and 13 denies as well from Envy's Razor.
Thankfully, Liquid is going to finally switch up the lanes here. They're going to put the Puck up against the Broodmother, but the lane's already too late. It's Mind Control level 2, a Broodmother level 4. Plus, Puck doesn't really have the damage from his nukes. Even if he was an equal level, he doesn't have enough to actually kill the Spiderlings, thanks to some of their magic resistance.
And if he goes to use the orb, Abed is going to straight away just make a beeline immediately on top of that Puck. Run for him, and these right clicks, the spiders, will certainly add up. So Mind Control has to play incredibly safe each time he orbs. Top lane, GH does find the sleep onto Pi. Miracle trying for the chase down, but the brain set brings Miracle down low. He's trying for these body blocks here, buying time for Matuma Man to close the gap. The backup there from Envy comes in with the static link onto Matuma Man. Pi still alive for now. GH trying for the chase. Will be able to finish it off. Now GH going for the stomp. Holds back Envy, goes for the TP out. Too much damage here at the moment, stolen by Envy. Doesn't want to fight, but at the same time, down bottom, DJ getting the kill onto Kuroki. They move in aggressively, the combination of himself and Universe, and they're able to punish that Arc Warden.
Hey, this is going great. The Tide Hunter, farming so much. Tide is a hero that really needs to be able to have a strong laning phase start, and then he can rack up those team fight items. Usually Hooded Defiance, maybe a full pipe. Get that later game Blink Dagger as well, because they're still going to need a bit of gap close against that Arc Warden, something to help get them that catch.
All three cores just getting that slightly bit more farmed than that of Liquid. 2k gold lead at 5 minutes in. Doesn't sound like a large lead, but having it this early is pretty
Matuma Man's caught in the top lane. Oh, no. Eternal Envy goes for the early link before Pylite Die is there. If he waits, they get the link, they get the Nightmare, then they're going to be able to at least shove Matuma Man out of the lane, if not kill him.
Bottom lane again. Look at this aggression. Universe and TJ going in onto Kuroki. Miracle is there, starting to hit back at DJ. They have got the race pop down as well. Universe will tank one of them. DJ and Universe keeping themselves away from it for now, as Miracle's presence will keep Kuro safe and force back the dive. Universe didn't quite have that 6, didn't have the Ravage. If he did so, he may have gone in a little bit more aggressive. And talking about in aggressive mid lane, that's the overplay we're talking about. If Mind Control uses that orb aggressively, Abed will simply run him down, especially with the medallion. He'll tear this Puck apart.
Yeah, the best Broodmothers always leave one web in their cache just to be able to chase in those situations.
Bottom lane again, another attempt onto Universe, still hasn't got the 6, and this time Liquid, they brought GH in as well, they've got the slow. Still very tanky on this Tide. The Anchor Smash helping him out against the right click of GH. He's going to continue to run, but the Stomp comes through. But it's time for them to close the gap with the Spark Ray from the Flux. Universe falling down low as he slowly ticks down. They will get the kill. DJ's going to try and look for the counterplay. Coming in onto Miracle, will find him. At the same time, Abed actually managed to get Mind Control a second time. Liquid will clear up on the bottom lane though. They get the double kill. Envy actually TPs in and make sure that Fnatic do still continue to get out on top. So they get the kills down bottom. As I said, Abed, he immediately got that kill onto Mind Control after Mind Control came back into the lane. This Spider starting to be quite the issue despite Liquid's attempts to shut him down at the start with that dual lane from GH and Matumba.
Yeah, taking this mid-tier 1 tower, maybe in 7 minutes is going to be such a huge win because then it opens up the Radiant Ancients, which Abe can start farming. He can also start taking over one of the jungles as well.
Then Pi, we get the catch on Mind Control. Fnatic do have to be a bit careful. There's 4 heroes at the moment at Liquid here. Miracle just giving vision onto Pi and Abed. On the side, down bottom, Kuroki getting dove upon. Envy and DJ moving in with the static link. Kuroki, he's gonna fall. This lineup, this bottom lane just constantly running at Kuroki. It's paying off. Fnatic, they're 9 for 3 at the moment. Pylai Dai is getting chased down a bit. The sleeps, holding back the both of them will help out. They get the stomp onto Abed. Can they burst this Spider down though? It's so hard. Abed with that movement speed will be fine. Pylai Dai has walked back into this one and will pay with his life.
Dead.
Abed, indeed, for the 3rd time in what must be less than 2 minutes, killing off Mind Control on his own, and now they're rolling in for more. They close the gap on GH. GH goes for the stomp. The Spider's bringing him down so quickly, GH. He's got to run. Abed does have another web to lay down if he wants to go for the chase, and he will do. In fact, doesn't need to. The shards from DJ finish off GH. It's now at 8 minutes, 11 for 4, a 5k lead. I mean, we've seen in the past Liquid sort of do this role swap when they feel incredibly confident in a certain matchup.
Oh, he picked up the bounty rune and just revealed
the greed,
himself.
It pays off for Fnatic, that does, as Liquid's Miracle messes up there, gives away his position. 12 for 4. Could they may have gone a bit too far with this role swap, Cap?
It really does seem like it anyway. It's mostly the laning phase and the fact that Fnatic set themselves up so well. They managed to get a Razor versus a Puck with the Bane on top of it as well. They enabled the Tidehunter to start, so his laning phase was always going to go well. And the last pick, Broodmother, can never go really wrong with that one, especially when it comes to laning phase.
Bottom lane, trying for an opening onto Envy. They have the Flux, Sparkgrave's coming through. Envy actually looking to turn with the Eye of the Storm. The Static Link building up. He's just going to try and man up straight away. DJ comes forward, but Envy will fall. Liquid get the kill. They'll now look towards DJ as well. They might be able to get both of these. Universes coming forward. Does have the Ravage if they can close the gap. They get the Gush onto Kuro, continuing to chase down. Kuro and Miracle are in a lot of trouble. The Ravage comes out, actually grabs both of them. Universe, he's looking to try and get both out of this, and it pays off. DJ gets the double kill down bottom. Top lane Pi will fall to the aggression of Matumba Man. But again, it's this bottom lane, this constant pressure from Fnatic, keeping Kuro behind.
The only way Liquid is getting kills is whenever they put two cores in one lane, and oftentimes it's just a support. Maybe Eternal Envy's gonna die though.
They'll go for the Dream Call, Static Link, broken straight away as Matumba Man keeps his distance, but now TPs are coming through. Matumba Man tries for the TP out, and he'll make it just in time before Pi's in with the Nightmare to cancel it. Still Fnatic really starting to overrun this game too. Pressure now onto this tier 2 tower from Fnatic as they roll in onto GH. GH in a lot of trouble. They look for the control. He'll go for the sleep. Will keep him alive. Only just. The urn still ticking him down. DJ trying to chase. He's got the shards in a couple of seconds. One more and the shadows down onto GH, but GH TP's back to the fountain. Will be safe, but Timmerman gets sharded, but Abed having to play careful. Mind Control's turned up, does have good burst. Abed has the life steal though, he's gonna look to turn. Mind Control already using that orb to jump in aggressively, will lose his life. Matumba Man as well, getting brought down slowly by these spiders. Abed will fall, but Fnatic, they get both of these kills. Matumba Man does pick up the double kill from the grave, but at the same time, so does Fnatic. It's 16-8, 10 minutes in. Fnatic still with that overarching lead.
That actually feels worth it for Liquid because that means that Viper walked away with 1,100 gold from those 2 kill bounties. They were so far behind this early and they had some kill bounties racked up that it just meant that now we're gonna have a Viper kind of back in the game. He was really suffering, and a Viper is not a hero that you can afford to be that far behind, but now 4,200, he's sitting right there next to the Tidehunter, and he's actually top of his team, sadly enough, as it is for Liquid.
Kuroki down bottom, he has now got that Midas complete on the Arc Warden, so he will certainly be able to start this sort of catch-up game, try and get back on par with Abed, but as we can see, Abed, 6.3k net worth, he's about a couple of hundred gold away from having that Orchid. And of course, at a stage of the game where there's no sort of defensive items out yet for any of Liquid's cores, so a quick silence and a chase down will dispatch of anyone on the map, make it very hard for Mind Control to play his game. As we've already seen, he has been suffering on this puck, just 0, 4, and 2. Every time he turns up into the lane that the spider's in, Abed just immediately runs him down.
And that's exactly the problem with Arc Warden as a hero, is that for the first 30, 35 minutes, you don't really have any turnaround play when somebody gets on top of you. So Kuro still needs to be able to pick up his Midas. He needs his Boots of Travel. He's probably going to need Shadowblade, maybe Silver Edge kind of build, go for the Orchid later on. Like, he's going to need all of that before he actually starts feeling like a functional core.
Miracle will scout out the movement there of Fnatic supports. Both Pilot and DJ will be spotted out by the Bounty Hunter. As Miracle continues to sweep across. Get vision. Like, hurry up. Has to be a little careful. Will be shielded just in time as they keep it away from the scary spider. Zabed just sweeping from lane to Liquid's jungle, feeling very confident. Try and make a bit of a go onto him here. GH immediately having to go for the stomp. As soon as those spiders are upon him, he'll pop down the Earth Splitter. And to try and get the gold, it's not quite enough damage to kill the majority of the spiders off though. So that ult used in vain, as it won't get him the gold he hoped for.
And as a result, they do spot that ward that was placed out by Liquid to see some of these Broodmother rotations. They were hoping to be able to keep an eye on their own Ancients, watch every single time that Abed went to farm those. And this is why, again, it's so important to be able to limit the Broodmother at that initial part of the laning phase, because once he does take your mid tower, then he really starts accelerating his farm so much, because he's farming like 3 or 4 different camps, as well as keeping that mid lane pushed in at all times.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane, Pi. Looked at the dust, maybe seeing if we could hope to find Miracle close by. Did clip Miracle, but Miracle off to the high ground. The rest of Fnatic are coming in though. They are looking to try and take a fight here. Universe does have the Ravage. On the side of it all, they're going to open up straight away with the shards, holding down Matumba Man. Fnatic find the Viper.
Oh, mind control.
Get him as well. He was farming low. Envy finds him with the plasma field.
Yeah, they had a ward set in place to be able to watch that offlane jungle. Again, it's also a ward that protects the Broodmother, that sort of aggressive vision. And as a result, gets a kill on a free puck who's just sitting at very low HP trying to farm neutrals because he has nowhere else to farm. All the farm's going to go to the Arc Warden right now.
Top lane, talking about that arc. Kuro has to be careful. He's in a lot of trouble. Wraparound from Envy. Initiation from DJ Kuro trying to turn around this, but he's burst down. The punch comes in. They claim the kill. Envy will fall very low. They're going to get him out of here and with the Urn of Shadows, Nightmare to hold back the other Arc Warden. They will keep that Envy Razor safe.
If only he had the Maelstrom finish, then he would have actually gotten a kill there. But Arc Warden, it feels like one of those heroes where if you have a bad start, then you just continue to be food over and over and over again. And it's looking like that here, where he's just not going to have that big impact.
Oh, and there's the Orchid. They've got to be careful here. Is that going to be enough for the soul burn damage? It is. They find, again, mind control. As Fnatic absolutely storming through this game too, as of yet. And mind control just struggling to have an impact on this puck. This is one of his roughest games, it feels.
Hey, and Abed, he's going to show him a tub of men how it's done. He is having a fantastic game. He is destroying Liquid right now, and he's not going to go for a butterfly.
He's not rushing the butterfly. No, absolutely not. And we're seeing it already, just the impact of having these more common items for the Brood. Abed sticking close to Universe, that full out pipe.
I like the fact that Fnatic's playing around the Broodmother right now because he is such a high net worth and it's such a valuable kill. Liquid are going to try and poke at him. They're going to try and get that kill somehow. They need to just to be able to get some semblance of map control back in their favor. But with this many heroes around, you've got Universe there, he's got a pipe and Ravage, when you've got a Tusk always able to provide some sort of saving mechanism. It just seems like an opportunity that Liquid cannot afford to tempt.
Another kill. Fnatic rolling forward. Silence is there. No stomp from GH. Starting to get pretty brutal this game too. Fnatic continuing to move forward. And as it is, Liquid really struggling to stop and slow down this train that Fnatic are riding.
Now, Fnatic know that it's very hard for Liquid to be able to farm their own jungle. It's just super easy to invade. So they're always playing top lane. So this is a smart little play here. The two supports are going to smoke up, wrap behind this top lane, see if they can catch any heroes that the Razor then can run down. And they
just wrap around.
Could get both.
DJ's looking for the opening. Has the shards down. Look at the static link off. Shards actually sort of blocking him off those, so the link will be cancelled. They've got the gush slowed down onto Matsumaman. Mind control turns up. Just only gets the silence onto the Bane. Matsumaman left behind, tried to turn with the right clicks, but he's been taken down. They'll send the orb out, but it's just not enough burst. They have the Ravage, the Fiend script to hold down Kuro. As Fnatic just take kill after kill. The Spiders on the hunt for mind control. Will be able to get the orb out in time. GH with the stomp to stop Abed's chase. But they just can't stop hemorrhaging kills here to Fnatic. Liquid are just dying in any lane that they turn up to at this stage.
Normally,
they're just owning the entire map.
Yeah, this is where I would tell you, hey, they use Ravage and Fiend script. Revive, just go right back in and fight. Sadly, Liquid are down by 11k, Owen. It doesn't matter if some of these abilities are on cooldown, you still can't fight back. So they just have to keep on split pushing. That's their only play, is just split push. And it makes it really easy for Fnatic to be able to read the map, go for pretty easy ganks all the time. Arc Warden still trying to pick up that Maelstrom, just about to get it, as well as his level 12.
No surprise there. One of the, if you're considering just by deaths, the worst game that Mind Control's had in 247 games. And I'm sure he'll blame it on his teammate swapping roles. That's what he'll say. He'll say, who's playing this bounty hunter?
I mean, just by virtue of Miracle playing support, this has got to be also a record low game for him.
I'm sure, yeah. Not often that you see Miracle with 2.6k gold at 17 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
24-8. And Liquid trying something a little cheeky this game, and Fnatic are just having absolutely none of it.
I mean, it really is just a very straightforward Fnatic draft, right? You have the Eternal Envy Razor, Space Creator, Lane Dominator, exactly the kind of play that we want to see from him. You have a Universe Farmer in that off-lane Tidehunter, and then you've got an Abed hero that can go off.
Blink Dagger finished on Envy as well. Liquid, they're going to try for a play. They're smoked up. They've got the track on Abed. That, as you say, would be a massive kill for them to find. Track now wears off him.
Need the coil.
He's not going to grab him. Abed, he's out to the side of it. Just turn. Oh, mind control. Oh. I know we've had a couple of players swap roles, and we saw had a couple of players swap PCs, and someone else is playing on mind controls. As now, Kuro just gets run down. Fnatic are just moving in for more. Matuma trying to hold back Abed. Envy's just up into the base, coming with the wraparound. The shards, they're going to trap up both GH and Matuma. It's a triple kill for Abed. It's an ultra kill. Come on, give that man the rampage. They've got the slow. Abed's going in. There's the rampage for the Spider as Abed hits the godlike streak. 29-8, 17k lead. I don't know whose idea in the Liquid camp it was to switch these roles around, but I'm sure they're probably feeling pretty hot under the collar right now.
Hanging their head in shame.
It was a neat attempt. It was great to see. We were excited, and Fnatic apparently were even more so. They were like, oh, go on then. Switch it up. We will just absolutely crush you. 29-8, 19 minutes in, 17k gold lead. This is insane.
As the panel was stating, Fnatic would love a third place finish here because it just means so many more DPC points for them. Good counter warding there from Pylai Dai.
Everything just falling apart for Liquid in this game too. Kuro, also got you say the Maelstrom done. He's still working on the money for the boost to travel.
Well, we at least have a Blink Dagger for Mind Control. That was a problem for them when they tried to go for that Broodmother gank, right? He didn't have that extra jump.
Only 75% cooldown efficiency. Miracle won't be happy when he sees Kuro only hitting 75. He would have been in the 90s, he says.
I'm looking at this and I'm just trying to find a way for Liquid to do anything.
Are they allowed
in this game besides split pushing, right?
Are they allowed to swap PCs? That's what I'm wondering, you know. One of these pauses
think, you know, Miracle may be a great player, but I don't think all of a sudden he's going to make this Arc Warden a viable hero at 20 minutes in with only 7,500 net worth.
Oh, Mind Control?
Oh, instant silence on Mind Control.
All right, that was...
He saw that one because of the ward on the high ground, so he got the preemptive Orchid on him.
Mike 0, 8, and 2 on Mind Control's puck. Oh, he's having a rough one. But as I say, if you're Mind Control, you are definitely blaming your team for this.
All right, Roshan time.
Yeah, Fnatic just keeping the objectives clean. They're enjoying this one. You know,
and now he's going to get a butterfly.
Okay.
After the BKB, he's going to get a butterfly on Broodmother.
I think if you're Fnatic, you're fine carrying this one out. You're in a game where you have an 18k lead against Liquid at 21 minutes in. You want to relish in this, but you want to enjoy it.
You got to savor it. You're like, how many times you just get to stomp Liquid like this? Not too many teams have had the pleasure of doing so.
As there is just, of course, no way that Liquid can get to this pit. They have to let this one go.
Boots of travel up. So now we could start the real split push of the Arc Warden, where he just throws down his illusions. He's, thanks to the Maelstrom, he's going to be able to quickly push out waves.
Well, there we go. So as we can see, Miracle's net worth, unsurprisingly, not at a very good place comparative to his other games.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The question to me, Owen, is, does Liquid try this again?
I would love to see them try it again. But
after it failed so miserably, are they brave enough to do it 2 times?
Bottom lane, Envy does show. Would be a big kill if they can find it. They are going to surround him, but Envy does get the static link off. Mass TP's coming through. Fiend Script straight away onto Mind Control. Can they kill this Razor? They have the track. They have the Nightmare. Pylai got the Snowball as well. They're buying time for Envy. Envy's still alive. Will they get him out of this one? He's still living. Envy will run off. He's not going to go down. The Nightmare save. He's got the blink out. Envy just won't die. As some clutch plays from Fnatic turn around. these very, very sort of desperate attempts from Liquid as they really just look like they're beating their heads against the wall right now. 21K lead. It's not closing anytime soon. That Midas efficiency, Kuro, I'm watching you. Get yourself out there. He wants to. He knows it will cost him his life. Here comes the creep. There we go. Top lane Envy.
Well, at least Miracle can always run around and pick up bounty runes. Not sure where else he's going to find farm, because it certainly isn't track kills.
Kuro at the moment just obviously playing it safe, pushing out these side lanes with the Tempest double. DJ, see if he gets his eyes on anything. They will look to at least stop that Spark Ray from pushing this lane too much. Quick Nightmare from Pi as he holds the lane position.
Bane and Shadow Demon, I think, are two different heroes that are pretty good at just being able to deal with the Wraith pretty easily. Just, you know, a Nightmare or Disruption or something. You want something that's not a very heavy commitment. It's the worst feeling in the world when the Spark Wraith is really powerful and you don't have anything to deal with it, and every single time you have to just blow a bunch of spells just to be able to kill to make sure your supports don't die.
Envy at this moment, just having some of his XP taken away by Miracle.
Look at DJ, he knows about this. Almost caught mind control in the act.
All the shards, they will give them the vision. Pi trying to find the Fiend's grip. Mind control, can't get out. He is going to be gripped, didn't get the blink off in time off the back of it. That's oh, he's still running, has got the Spirit Vessel on him. Envy's there waiting, but yeah, the Duke out is not possible. Another death for mind control.
And that's what I'm talking about. When there are so limited plays from Liquid, it's very easy for Fnatic just to be able to consult the playbook and say, okay, if I'm Liquid, what am I going to be doing here? Well, they just keep on trying to split push top. They keep on just trying to clear through the waves. So DJ says, I'm just going to sit in the trees and wait. Eventually, a puck is going to pop out, and we'll see if we can kill him.
Kuro. Good. Uses the Midas. His Spark Wraith did get controlled, though, by Fnatic over the other side of the Radiance map. Now Fnatic, the question is, when will they try and push for high ground? As we said, they don't really need to. I mean, they can sort of just keep this game rolling as long as they want.
Well, not as long as they want. Like, maybe 30 minutes down the line,
Sure. Well,
we'll be a little bit worried about Arc Warden.
Miracle. He'd love to find that courier, but as we can see with Pi, making sure that that courier doesn't have to come any further out of the base than it needs to. Mid lane, the bird jump in, trying to burst those spiders. Force in, they get the silence here. Matuma Man in trouble, Shard's blocking him off. Matuma Man's gone.
Very sick offensive use of the Force Staff there by Universe.
No Matuma Man for 40 seconds. Fnatic pushing in onto the base, trying to burst Starbed here, Liquid, but they just don't have the damage to do so. The magnetic field slowing down the push. Kuroki does his best to try and hold against this incredible power that Fnatic have built up to. The Earth Splitter coming out onto a couple. Arbe getting incredibly low. They jump in with a Ravage though. Universe, he finds 3. They've lost mind control. They'll lose Kuroki. They'll lose Miracle. There's 4 dead on Liquid. Fnatic, 26 minutes in. They'll look to break the high ground. They'll take tier 3. They'll take the racks as well. I mean, I wonder how Liquid's sort of taking this game. Do they feel bad about this one, or are they taking it in jest? As this game was an absolute beatdown. They're still holding on, but Fnatic just going from racks to racks. They move down to the tier 3 on the bottom lane as they're reaching onto a 30K gold lead at 26 minutes.
I just have to wonder if Kuro's just refusing to let the team surrender because he's savoring every second he gets to play carry, you know? Even if it means he's dead.
I mean, as she said, we might see him play carry again next game. But this game, as you said, not necessarily only the roles for us, but the draft as well. The 5th pick Brood, as we saw, Arbed played it perfectly. Liquid will hold on, but they are now 2 racks down and quite far behind.
That
Ever
is
so
an
slight, well, yeah, extreme far behind. In fact, probably the furthest behind, but we've seen a team be in this tournament and still hold on to an attempt this game.
I'm telling you, man, it's all Kuro.
He wants to play.
He gets to play the Spark Wraith as well. It's like 2 carries.
Liquid. Trying to lead in, coming in straight away aggressively, but Envy is there with the backup. Goes in with the static link onto Matuma. BKB's popped as well as Envy keeps herself on the target. Viper strike in its attempt to slow down Envy, but it's not enough to save Matuma. Matuma will fall. Miracle caught out as well underneath the sentry. 2 more kills for Fnatic. Can Mind Control get out of this one? He's going to try, but the Spirit Vessel ticking him down low. He has the phase shift, dodges the shards. Blink is back up, but the Eye of the Storm hits him hard. Envy gets the double kill. Envy, oh, they want to go for the fountain dive now. They've had enough of Liquid holding on to this game. Envy's not happy, but will this overextension cost him? They get the sleep, it will be forced back, but the Earth Split is coming in. Envy too speedy though, gets out of range of it. They're focusing this Razor, but the backup's there from Fnatic. Envy's safe, healed up by the Spirit Vessel. Miracle did buy back for that one.
Again, when it comes to team fighting with a Spark Wraith, they just have such an easy answer in the Nightmare. Until there's going to be some answers from that Arc Warden, which it seems like they never will, with this last push coming in hot from Fnatic. 10 more seconds, one final defense from Liquid with their puck. But it will mean Ravage is back up. In fact, there goes!
Straight in, onto 3, the snowball onto Kuro. Kuro's gone, Matuma Man's back in the fountain, and GG is finally called here in Game 2 as Liquid came out with a bit of a different plan. I don't think they'll do it again. It was not a success, as this game is entirely dominated by Fnatic.
Liquid definitely trying something out, not just the roster switch, but also I think the little bit of viability of the Arc Warden. But I don't feel like the last pick, Broodmother, it definitely won them so much of the draft, but I feel like Fnatic was already really well set up from the draft in their first 4 picks. Again, thanks to the Razor, they have this nice combination with the Razor Tusk or the Razor Bane. Like, those are 2 sick combinations, and then a classic Universe Tidehunter. So in the end, Abed, as long as they get a nice playmaking hero, Fnatic had to feel good about that draft, and even better about Miracle playing a bounty hunter.
Absolutely. I mean, as you said, I hope Liquid are stubborn and try and pull out something special again in Game 3. But at the same time, with this victory, Fnatic bring the series to 1-1, as they themselves are now 1 game away from securing the lion's share of the Dota Pro Circuit points on the line here.
Yeah. Thinking.
You know,
Don't really know what to say at this point.
about a week and a half ago, I invited Miracle to a party queue, and I'm like, oh, nice, I'm gonna get carried by Miracle, and then he's like, I bounty hunter. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it the same result?
No, we won, but still.
Yeah.
But he really wanted to play the bounty hunter. So it's definitely one of the heroes that he's been wanting to put in, but this one, they definitely got brooded.
Yeah.
But the first 4 picks from
Does that
Fnatic,
really even matter?
the first 4 picks
Yeah,
from Fnatic were so
exactly.
strong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did feel like Fnatic were 100% in this mode, in this time, and Liquid.
Guess what, guys?
They were
though?
trying something.
Guess what? We have an insider on the panel. A man who has coached the team and probably knows the inner workings of Kuroki's mind. Why carry Arc Warden for Kuro?
Because they honestly, let's just call it what it is. Like he thought
IDC, DPC.
it's like they're ahead. They don't. I mean, they're up a game. Why not
Have some fun.
have some fun?
Yeah.
Like I think they care. Like, yeah, they're gonna try, but at the same time, like Kuro, you're up a game in a 3rd place decider. You're gonna get some points no matter what. I think he wanted to do it for fun. They got stomped. I think the real thing that he did that sucked was he picks himself Arc Warden and makes Miracle, like, he probably wanted to play 4, but then he makes Matuma Man play Viper. It's like,
Yeah.
everyone
One of
else,
like Matuma's try-hard heroes.
yeah, it's like everyone else has a good time and then Matuma Man's got to play Viper. Like,
No, but
that's,
he likes that though. He's said many times. He's
yeah,
okay.
he says it, but it's
Playing Viper in that game, though.
Yeah, in that game's probably pretty miserable.
Yeah, I
I mean, what else can we say about it other than, like, as Will said, call it what it is. That was a bit of fun for Liquid.
It unfortunately, I mean, I don't know how meaningful the stat is. It is the 9th time in 612 career games that Miracle's finished without a kill. That does not happen very often.
And bottom of net worth, I imagine.
And bottom of net worth. It is. I think that might have been like only the 2nd time. There is actually one more time. Remember back in 2016, he played Lion for OG at ESL One Frankfurt. So it does not happen often. I do not think we will see it again in Game 3.
They won that game.
I think that he finished like 7-11.
They
so
crushed that
I think
game.
they won.
They
Yeah.
crushed that game.
it was a crit carry Ricky.
It was a crit
That's
carry.
right. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Good memory. Well,
It was
back when Ricky was OP.
it was something.
Yeah, and you know, now they just nerf his base damage for no reason.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, very strange game, obviously. Well done to Fnatic. I mean,
Yeah.
they still had to play the game, and they did well. I mean, I don't know if that'll make our play faster moment later on, Alan, but it was probably the fastest to 40 kills in a game, wasn't it?
Dude, if the Hadouken dodge does not make play faster, I will cry. On panel, I will cry.
You need to talk to production, make sure they know that one.
Please, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, they did what they had to do. They had to win the game, and they've done that, so I guess they move on. They're not going to worry too much about Liquid having some fun, are they?
No, I don't think so. They still played extremely serious in that game. It's
Yeah.
not like they were goofing around.
Yeah.
Like Abed, he was taking it very serious. I like that he was playing a hero like Tusk in this one. He matched the roam. He made a lot of moves around the map, and it just seemed like everybody was playing the exact, their roles that they like to play, the heroes that they like to play. The Bane for Pi, we see him play that all the time. The Tide for Universe. Everybody just got
Yeah,
the,
as you
the
said,
perfect heroes for
Fog,
themselves.
the first 4 picks were very Fnatic
right.
picks, weren't they?
First 4 picks were super solid. I don't even know if they needed to full out go with the Brood, but they completely smashed it because of it. And yeah, I mean, now we're gonna see Liquid completely change everything because I don't think we're gonna see another Arc Warden either.
Well, I
feel
just-
like that hero's quite weak.
I just want to know if, like, you know, Envy and Kuro got together and it was like, okay, if you pick Arc Warden one game, I'm going to pick the Abed Meepo. Hint, hint. Probably not. Probably
Yeah,
not.
I don't know if that one's a swaying one because it's not looked good so far. Anyway, we're going to head to a break, and when we come back, we will have our game 3 between these two. Serious business for game 3 though, because both of these teams would like the points on offer as far as the DPC is concerned. We'll find out which way it goes very shortly.
Gonna grab him. Abed, he's out to the side of it. Just turn. Oh, mind control. Oh. I know we've had a couple of players swap roles, and we saw we not had a couple of players swap PCs, and someone else is playing on mind controls. As now, Kuro just gets run down. Fnatic are just moving in for more. Matumaman trying to hold back Abed. Envy's just up into the base, coming with the wraparound. The shard, they're going to trap up both GH and Matumaman. It's a triple kill for Abed. It's an ultra kill. Come on, give that man the rampage. They've got the slow. Abed's going in. There's the rampage for the Spider as Abed hits the godlike streak.